Thank you for purchasing a TomTon radiator. Construction work necessary for the installation of a TomTon radiator. Choose the final position of your radiator in the room. Mark the upper edge of the radiator on the wall. Perpendicular to the line marking the upper edge of the radiator, draw a vertical central axis of the radiator. This axis will also serve to position the incoming hot water inlet pipe. On the vertical axis, measure and mark a distance of 576 millimeters from the top. The final mark will give you the position of the bottom edge of the radiator inlet pipe and, simultaneously, the position of the upper end of the inlet pipe, that's to say, the upper edge of the H-shaped profile. The end of the outlet pipe must be positioned at the same height as the inlet pipe, but its axis is located 50 millimeters further to the right when you look at the wall. 50 millimeters is the length of the H-shaped profile spacing. The outlet axis of both pipes must be located 84 millimeters from the wall on which the radiator will be mounted. If you're installing new electrical power outlets, we recommend that you position them as indicated in the manual so that they're not visible under the radiator. Mounting your radiator on the wall. Mark a central vertical axis to help with the installation on the wall. Start from the mouth of the inlet pipe and make it 372 millimeters long. This vertical axis also serves as an axis for the inlet pipe, that's to say, the one that's bringing the water into the radiator. At the top of the vertical axis, mark a perpendicular horizontal installation axis. At a distance of 196 millimeters, both to the right and to the left of the vertical axis, mark the points of intersection. These points will show where to drill the bottom holes for the radiator brackets. Mark the positioning of upper holes for the radiator brackets at a distance of 89 millimeters above the bottom holes. To make the measurement, you may use the attached mounting template. Drill the holes using a 10 millimeter drill bit. Insert dowels and attach both brackets using screws. Use a level to make sure both brackets are at the same height. Then tighten the screws. Remove the radiator cover. Hang it in the brackets using the bearing bar at the back side of the radiator. Check whether the radiator outlets fit the inlet piping, for example the H-shaped profile, and attach to the inlet and outlet pipes using fittings. Having hung the radiator, cover the screws on the backside with the 4 plastic caps attached. The bottom part of the bearing back of the radiator features 2 adjusting screws, which improve the stability of the radiator. Use them to adjust the distance of the radiator from the wall. If you have a radiator with forced air convection, for example the TH model, attach its control unit using a power supply adapter to a 230-volt mains. Or, if you have a central 24-volt distribution network, connect it directly. Removing and mounting the radiator cover. Grab the cover with both hands and lift it up approximately 5 millimeters. Pull it towards yourself and remove it. To mount the radiator cover, grab it and insert it in the guide grooves in the upper section of the radiator. Center the cover to have the regulation valve in the middle of the opening. Pushing toward the wall, cast down the cover to its final position. Regular maintenance and bleeding the radiator. To ensure your heating system functions properly, always bleed the air out of the radiators before the heating season, or when necessary. Turn the breather valve to the left to let air out. As soon as only water leaks out of the radiator, close the valve. Radiators must always be bled before the heating system warms up. To ensure optimum radiator performance, keep the radiators clean. Remove the radiator cover. Using a vacuum cleaner and a nozzle with a brush, thoroughly vacuum all the dust from the interior. To keep the color of your radiator cover vibrant for as long as possible, wash it gently with a soft cloth soaked in soapy solution. To give it a final touch, use furniture polish. Radiator Performance Control, TH with forced convection. The single control valve, double control, serves to regulate the flow of heating water as well as the heating performance by controlling the number of revolutions in the turbo boost fan. You can choose from 8 performance modes. If you set the system in the asterisk position, fans do not rotate and a minimal 30% flow is maintained. The other 1 to 7 modes offer various degrees of performance depending on the room temperature required. The radiator features an air temperature sensor and will thus automatically regulate the speed of fans in accordance with the settings you choose on the rotating head. For example, if the room temperature is set at 11 degrees Celsius and you want to heat it up to 23 degrees Celsius, choose setting number 6. The radiator will thus control the flow of the heating water and fan performance. Having attained the required temperature, the radiator will reduce its performance and automatically maintain the room temperature set. To fully close the radiator, move the head to the 0 position. Radiator Performance Control, model without forced convection. For radiators without the fan system, you may set the final room temperature by manually controlling the heating water flow. You need to turn the control valve in the direction of the arrow. Enjoy TomTon radiators.